I wasn't gonna do a second video for today, but the other video came out to be a little short. So instead of having one daily, I decided that if a video came out a little shorter than I liked, which in this case it was almost half, that I decided to just go ahead and record a second one. But the problem is I don't know what I want to talk about, so I'm just gonna be going off the dome. No plan, no script. Let's talk about games and anime, or anime and games rather. In my opinion, just like in terms of seasonal anime, games and anime tend to feel like the same rinse or repeat strategy. The same companies like Dimps are constantly pushing out the same amount of content or the same type of content, and it doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere, that we're making any progress in the anime community in terms of games. Like we just recently had Jump Force, and while it seems fun at first, once you really start putting some hours into it, it does definitely start to die down. Even after I started learning how to play it better, it still seems like it's missing depth. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but if it's not going to have depth in like the combat or the play style or anything, they should at least add more depth into the story, which right now, I'm not lying, I am not able to tell you what the story is about right now. I have no idea. And that's not the only problem in Jump Force. Another problem in Jump Force that I feel like is the reason why it seems to fall flat with a lot of people is the roster. It's not a small roster, but the roster still doesn't feel complete to me. Is this supposed to represent the 50th anniversary for Jump? And it really doesn't feel like they're covering everything Jump had to offer in these 50 years. It's the basic, main three leading shonen. You got Bleach and One Piece and Naruto, and they had to throw Dragon Ball. And like the rest feel like they fell flat, like they didn't really try. Like they put way too many Dragon Ball characters in there. In my opinion, Trunks shouldn't be in the game. Kaguya shouldn't have been in the game. That was another wasted space. They did put Kenshiro in the game though, and that seemed like a good hit for me. But a lot of the other characters were a lot of misses. And like you can see in the leaks, or not the leaks, the data mines for the next DLC, you got characters like Bisky, which I don't like. I love Bisky, but I don't see why you would want to use that as your first DLC. Like, why would you put content as that? Then they only put one My Hero character in it, which granted, I know they're putting All Might in and shit like that, but why would you only put one in? Another miss for me is that they only put Asta in from Black Clover. Like, they didn't put Yuno, they didn't put Yami, and like there's a lot of interesting characters in terms of like battle in Black Clover, and I feel like if they had incorporated a lot more from Black Clover, the game could have had a lot more different moves. Like, I'm tired of seeing the same old Kamehameha waves and the energy volleys and the Rasengans, the same basic shit. Like, there's no other character that does the same thing as Black Meteorite, in my opinion. And there's a lot of different playstyles that could have been incorporated if they brought in more shows, which I'm not gonna sit here and act like I just know all the Jump characters that they're missing, because I'm not a huge shonen fan. I'm more seinen and romance myself, but I do have knowledge of shonen, as like a lot of other guys like out there. Shonen was definitely the thing that got me into anime. It was the first step, if you will. But yeah, man, I definitely feel like there's a huge downgrade right now going on in terms of anime being incorporated in games. Like, the last actual anime themed game that I enjoyed was Persona 5, and that was over 2 years ago. Like, we're waiting on Persona 6 now. And the amount of games that have come out are crazy. The main problem is probably that we're in such a niche community. Like, it's a big community, we have a lot of influence and it's growing every day, but it's still quite niche compared to other games like your 2Ks and your Call of Duties. But I also feel like because we're so niche of a community, while at the same time being quite like having a good impact, I feel like they should reward us more, because it definitely seems like they care a lot less than they should. Like they're like, oh, we should just put out this game. They're gonna buy it. Who cares? Like in their eyes, if it sells, it's a good game. In our eyes, we buy it to check and see for ourselves if it's good because we can't trust other opinions. And there's that's a constant loop struggle we're gonna be in until they start truly looking at feedback. And this is gonna sound silly, but like to this day, my favorite Dragon Ball game isn't even like a true Dragon Ball game. My favorite Dragon Ball game is Dokkan Battle. That's where I sink most of my hours into. I'll put more hours into Dokkan Battle than any other game right now. And that's sad because it's a mobile game. And even they are just now starting to show that they listen and that they want the game to improve after 4 years. But we can save Dokkan Battle videos for another day. Damn, that might actually be like a good topic for me to do, Dokkan videos. But yeah, like I was saying, this is a small little extra video, not scripted at all. I literally just cut the microphone on and started talking because in my opinion, I got to get used to doing this a lot more. And I just wanted a little bit extra to work on because the other video I haven't edited yet, but I assume it's going to be quite short. So I just wanted to just throw something I wouldn't have to heavily look into, and just something else extra to throw out there for y'all. Because I want to keep uploading content. But yeah, Nameless Kingdom, let me know what you all think of the current state that we're in terms of both seasonal anime that you watch that's been coming out recently, and the way the anime has been portrayed in games recently. Let me know what you guys think down below, and see you guys later.